Please give a big applause for Dr. Jane again. So now I would like to introduce some issues for discussion. The first one is that we have a university come from many countries, and also high school from Taiwan and many countries. So that's why we sit together to figure out a new way. The important thing is that what we can do, use our aliens, especially from now on, in the next year or next year, maybe 2020, Dr. Jane could will visit us again. What we can propose, from now on, CJCU has launched a new curriculum. We just see 40 students share here. Far beyond my imagination. Some places I've never been there, but my student is there. So it's a new learning model that I borrow from Jane. We have introduced more experience learning, and we need to set up a very clear objective, especially related to our environment. So that's why we set up this new college for our educational purpose. But not only stop here, I just discussed with Jane that not only from the limited country, I think we can broaden the participation from different countries, different students. Then we can study together and create more information and more vision. Is that right? That's our purpose?
That's the goal, and we do have Roots and Shoots growing strongly in Malaysia, in Indonesia, other countries here. Vietnam, yes, we're just starting in Vietnam.
We have Vietnam students.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking of Roots and Shoots and the president's university representation here.
So I also have many presents from our sister university. Today we also have some workshop and some tour. We will introduce you the lecture our students take to experience from the environmental protection. Just Jane said that 18 years ago, the Erin River is a very polluted river, but now on, you can see the water become better than before. So I have some lesson from the river is that before we change the river, but from now on, the river changes us. That's a very big issue. And the big issue has changed our attitude to the environment. So we change this experience as an educational model and teach our students, our next generation students, how to respect our environment, especially the Mother Earth. Yeah. So it's our first, very limited achievement. Yeah.
Well, I think that, with your plans, with your eco-center, with your vision in bringing students in from other parts of the world, soon to be more diversity, this is a huge step. And you start with cleaning the river, but also teaching sustainable development in building the eco-center. And so, this is the path forward. And if there were more universities with the same vision, we'd be even further forward.
So I would like to also share that our university president that we can offer some short-term courses for experience of your students. And most of our high school presidents, I think we also can open the curriculum to the international student. And next step, I would like to open to our Taiwanese students too. Yeah. So we want to make the participation more diversity. Yeah, and we can make this program more attractive. Yeah. So this is, I think, the first step I borrow from your suggestion. Yeah. And the second is that CJCU, we look forward for the future. So we regard social responsibility as our main strategy for the next 5 years. So how to say social responsibility? is quite difficult to define. I learned that some of the enterprises in Taiwan, they have some budget to spend for some social expenditure. But in my idea that not only focus on the spending money, we must focus on some duty, especially the duty from our own consideration. So Channel Christian University, we have a very interesting role is that we have so many community engagement projects. So yesterday you can see from the kindergarten to the university. Yeah. And also you can see a lot of grandma and grandpa participate. Yesterday we have an animal parade 2018. It's amazing. That's a very different way compared before. Yeah. So I think Jane, you also experienced. Yeah. I saw many grandma and grandpa. They look their grandchildren. Yeah. Very, very exciting. Yeah. So I think now, no matter how old you are or no matter your age, I think the issue we concern is the same. Yeah.
That's true, and also, you know, a lot of young people, when they're talking to me, they feel that I expect them to become conservationists, environmentalists, scientists. That's not important. You can be a teacher, you can be a parent, you can be in the arts, and it doesn't matter what you do. You can still care about the environment. You can still care about treating animals in the right way. And I don't know how many people here have been into one of these intensive factory farms, but if you have, well, if you haven't, I suggest you don't because you won't sleep. But on the other hand, you need to know the unbelievable cruelty. Because I talked about chimpanzees having personalities and emotions, but it's not just chimpanzees, and it's not just wild animals like elephants and monkeys, but it's also cows. Pigs are as intelligent as dogs. And there's a wonderful pig now in Cape Town. And if you don't believe me, guys, you can Google this. This pig is called not Picasso, but Pigcasso. You know the artist, yes. And she was rescued from slaughter, and she went to a little sanctuary run by a woman artist. And the woman noticed this pig was fascinated by her painting. So she set up an easel. She gave the pig a paintbrush in her mouth with paint on the end, and the pig started to paint. And now when she sees the paintbrush, she's so excited, she takes it, she runs to the pot, she chooses which color, she runs back to the easel and she paints, and her paintings are selling for $500. And that is a pig. And you know, so many people have said to me, Jane, I hate you. And I said, oh, why? Because now I can't eat bacon ever again.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so, you know, so many living experiences are amazing, especially when you are more concerned about your surroundings, even people, animals, and environment. Yeah, so I think in our eco-center will be finished, I think, end of this year. So this eco-center also open to the public, especially internationally. So all of our friends, our sister university or high school, I think we will open and also share a lot of courses. We can run together and we can look together. Yeah, especially together we can and together we will. Yeah.
And they can ask in Chinese because Kelly's here to translate.
博士的意思是说，如果大家有问题的话，可以尽量发问，也可以用中文发问，我会帮他翻译。
So now we open to you, all the participants. You can speak in English or Mandarin. 今天有很多我们看到很多高中来的同学哈，今天体验一下什么是国际会议啊，所以有一天你会把你的语文学好，那你也可以用你的语文能力来跟世界来交流啊，所以这里也是一个很好的一个 lesson。 Now we open to all the participants. You can draw some of your interesting idea to share with Jane. Anyone raise your hand? Yes. Okay. Give a microphone.
Well, as in Dr.Jane Goodall's 5-minute speech to the public, you mentioned that a great enemy to environmental protection is money. But can we make peace with capitalism and even furthermore to make it an ally to environmental protection? So can protecting the earth also be profitable? That is the question I'm asking.
They've discovered that protecting, like working on clean, green energy can provide many, many jobs. It can be very profitable. Collecting up garbage and turning it into useful materials can be very, very profitable. And there are so many ways, and young people are thinking of many of them, like collecting up scrap metal, welding it together, and creating sculptures. I mean, there are so many ideas out there, and yes, you can indeed make money through environmental protection and searching for better ways to live in harmony with nature.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else? Please raise your hand. Okay, Mr. Amir. Could you give a microphone? Mr. Amir is from Bangladesh, Dr. Yunus Center. Yeah, please.
Yes. My question is that the young people especially, can we create an entrepreneurship in the university for the young people? Because as you know that our education system given us the wrong direction for seeking a job. But human being never come to the world for looking a job. Human being come to the world as an entrepreneurship. So I would like to request to the university president and the honorable guest that if we encourage to the young people for creating for encouraging the new entrepreneurship, for creating a small business, that would be a good idea. And that would be good direction for future generation. Thank you.
Well, I think you will agree that there are many, many ways that young people can go out, trained to make money with, they can start their own green businesses, they can get jobs in other ways. And my son is now involved in a new way of building, and it does use some cement, but 1/10 of normal building material, and very strong, can sustain hurricanes, and you know, this eventually will hopefully make him some money. But this is something any young student can move into.
I think a small business is the objective of Dr. Yunus, that we use microfinance to encourage people, and they have the entrepreneurship. Yeah, so Jane just said that I think in our education we can use different kind of ways, especially like construction. We also introduced paper brick. Yeah, I see John is here. he teaches us how to use paper brick to make some amazing construction. Yeah, though the construction code cannot allow, but I think give us a very new way to think. How many ways we can reach the same objective? Yeah. So I think Amir, you will spend 3 years here to work with us. So I think you can give us some brilliant way, and I will look forward to seeing Dr. Yunus also visit. Yeah. So I would like to invite蔡董事长. You have to represent Taiwan, the Yunus Center. Would you like to share some idea? 可以用中文吗？可以 ，OK， yeah. To give us some sharing.
谢谢能不能请教曾古德博士哦，就是有关于对于年轻人，年轻人，他认为年轻人在当代最重要的就是年轻人在大学应该学什么，出社会最应该坚持的是什么特质？可不可以给我们建议？谢谢。
刚刚请教的是那个我们尤鲁斯基金会台湾的董事长，蔡董事长今天与会，谢谢。
Well, I think the most important thing when students go to university is that they are there because they have passionate interest in one kind of future. And many students arrive in university not knowing exactly what they want to do. So to have some space to learn about the options, to discover what it is that they really, really want to do, and then zoom, there's a way forward for them. And when they emerge from university, they should be equipped for life. They should be equipped not only with mind learning, but they should understand that we can only achieve our true human potential when head and heart work together. And this was very clear from the Roots and Shoots groups this morning. There was a lot about the heart. And we've gone wrong in just moving away from the heart, and it's all the head. And it's all about money, 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 materialistic lifestyle. And you know, so many people have so much more stuff than they need. We buy stuff. Go into an airport. What are they selling? It's rubbish mostly. And people buy the rubbish so they can take a gift home to their family. And it's something which will never be used. And it's just very, very sad to me. And there was a picture in the paper the day before yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. And it was a 10-year-old girl in Yemen, where that terrible war is raging. And she was literally a skeleton with skin. So while people have all this food and waste food, there are starving people. So I think when young people leave university, they should understand the problems of the world. They should be equipped with some kind of inner resilience, to trust in themselves and their friends, and realize that we have the power with head and heart to find solutions, to get through difficult situations.
Yes. 所以如果在大学，学生在进入大学的时候，应该要，因为现在很多大学生进到大学的时候，其实是不知道自己对什么有兴趣的。所以如果在大学里面可以让他们有一点空间跟时间去想一想他有兴趣的是什么，然后决定之后就可以全力以赴去追求他们所热衷的课程跟理想，这是很好的。但是现在很多毕业的学生，他们毕业之后，我觉得很重要的也是他们应该对他们的生命是准备好的。那什么叫准备好呢？他应该是除了知识上的认识之外 的理解之外，他还是要心跟心是相连的，他还要有一颗温暖热情的心，才能够真正的去解决面对他生命的问题，还有去帮助这个社会。我们在机场的时候看到机场里面有卖好多的东西，然后好多人都买好多的东西回去送给又送给家人，但是很多东西都是我们不需要的。我们吃东西也是吃了很多，也超过我们所需要的。2天前我们在报纸上才看到，在也门的一个小女生10岁，可是她是皮包骨的出现在报纸的头版上面。这个世界上有的人有太多，有的人却非常的不足够。所以我们一定要培育我们的下一代，能够有非常好的头脑，可是也有一颗非常温暖的心，他才能够有信心更有韧性去面对未来，解决任何他们所面临的问题。
I think the issue is quite important. I learned is that not only think from your brain, you have to think from your heart. Yeah. Now, then your heart touch, you can do more than your brain thinking. Yeah. That's I learned from Jane. Yeah. So when you give your passion, give your vision, you can change the world. Yeah. So actually 4 years ago, I don't know how can I promise you to construct an eco-center because I haven't get a permission from the board. The Professor Yang here. I haven't reported to Professor Yang that I would like to set up an eco-center here. But after 4 years, we made it. Yeah. So I think it's very important. If you calculate 4 years ago, I say no, it is impossible. But I didn't calculate from my brain. I just touch from my heart. So I promise. Then I do it. Then I see everything can happen. Yeah. So that's my learning. Yeah. So thanks, Jane. Yeah. You give us a hope. Yeah. So anyone else to raise your hand? Okay. Please.
Thank you. Good morning, Dr. Jane. I'm Donna from Sarawak in Malaysia. I'm here with the delegation from Sarawak. I'm also the president of the Sarawak SPCA, which is the Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. And I was very interested in your Roots and Shoots program. So I was thinking, is there an opportunity for the Jane Goodall Institute to work perhaps with like Sarawak SPCA, because we do a lot of education in schools, and perhaps we could be the channel to bring your program to schools in Sarawak. Currently, unfortunately, our current focus is on rabies education because we've recently been struck with a rabies outbreak. But of course, we feel that education is one of the most important things, especially for the children, because they are the future. So my request is whether it would be possible for the Jane Goodall Institute to work with an NGO like Sarawak SPCA. Sarawak, Malaysia.
Well, we are all the time expanding. And we expand because we go into partnerships and collaboration. Because you can't do it alone. And so what you suggest is more than possible. Of course we can. And very often we talk with the Ministry of Environment or the Ministry of Education. But more often we just quietly talk with teachers and parents. So that the Roots and Shoots program can begin with just one small group of people who want to change the world, and they choose themselves projects to make things better for people, for animals, for the environment. But then in some countries, like Tanzania and Uganda, both countries wanted curricula to go into the schools. And that has the benefit of all the students being exposed. But then some of them are so passionate that they form the clubs that roll up their sleeves and get out and take action. So we're very amenable. Kelly here is has taken on the role of developing Roots and Shoots Asia. And so Kenny would be the one to talk with.
Thank you. Sorry, time is up. We have both up together, so I have to stop here. So finally, I would like to ask you again to give Dr. Jane a very big applause.
Thank you. Before group photo, I'd like to welcome my fellow to proceed with the gifts and Thanksgiving. Welcome.
We would like to invite the president of Changrong Christian University to represent a gift to Dr. Jane Gudo and Ms. Kelly Ko as a token of appreciation.
邀请校长致赠礼品。
见他了。
什么？
真的啦，这是我的啊。
And I would like to present an invitation card for Dr. Jane Gudo, 2020. Yeah, I would like to invite you to attend again. So please, we invite together.
Let's welcome Dr. Jane Gudo to be seated to take a group photo.
请真古的博士入座，一起拍大合照。